Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking into this Vancouver boutique, Moose and Pine.
Right.
You sent us the sources they're claiming, this big retirement sale, 26 years in business, the whole heartwarming story.
A beloved local spot, supposedly.
Exactly, slashing prices up to 80% off. But, well, the more we dug in, the stranger it looked.
Yeah.
So the question is this a genuine farewell or something else, like a classic closing down scam template?
Well, that heartwarming story is doing a lot of the heavy lifting, isn't it?
Seems like it.
This owner, Morgan Thompson, claims they're stepping back for family time. And that narrative, it's really designed to, hit you emotionally.
Make you feel sympathetic.
Exactly. Lower your guard, make you less skeptical.
Yeah.
You feel like, oh, I should support them. It's their last hurrah.
Okay, right. Let's unpack that setup then. Because the whole foundation, 26 years serving Vancouver families, it just clashes completely with, well, the data. Our sources point to the domain registration date, September 11th, 2025. That's what, less than 2 months ago? How do you build a 26-year legacy in under 2 months? It doesn't track.
It really doesn't. And what's fascinating, or maybe telling, is the total lack of any digital history.
Right, no footprint.
Zero. A real business running for decades. It leaves traces everywhere. Yelp, Google reviews, old social media posts, maybe even business registration records online.
Sure, something.
But for Moose and Pine, nothing verifiable before September 2025. It's like they just popped into existence. The silence, it's pretty loud. It strongly suggests the history is just fabricated.
Manufactured. So, okay, they invent the history, lean on the sympathy, but they still need to sell stuff, right? How do they hook people then?
The deals. Aggressive, almost unbelievable price cuts. That creates the urgency.
Like those 3D book mugs, supposedly $120 down to $45.
Exactly. Or, get this, a mineral crystal coffee cup, apparently marked down from $260 to $65.
A $260 coffee cup.
Originally.
I mean, that alone should make you pause, right? That initial price feels wildly inflated.
It really does. Big red flag right there.
It should be, yeah. But the lure of the deal often overrides that pause. And when you analyze the products themselves, well,
they're not special.
not even close to handcrafted boutique exclusives. They're mass-produced items, standard imports. And crucially, they look exactly like classic drop-shipped goods.
Okay, hold on. For anyone listening who isn't familiar, what does drop-shipped mean here exactly?
Good question. It basically means the seller, Moose and Pine, in this case, likely never even touches the inventory.
So they don't have a warehouse full of this stuff.
Probably not. They just use nice photos, often taken from the actual supplier, usually overseas. You place an order on their site,
Right.
and the order goes straight to that supplier, who then ships the item directly to you. Moose and Pine just handles the marketing, the story, and the payment processing.
So they're like a middleman with a really good or deceptive story.
Pretty much. It's like running a theater show. They make up a high original price for, say, a book mug that actually costs maybe $30 wholesale.
They list it at $120, then slash it to $45 in their retirement sale. You think you're getting a steal, they pocket the difference, and you eventually get the cheap, mass-produced mug in the mail.
Wow. So the whole thing, to the website, the backstory, the urgent sale, it's just a funnel to sell cheap imports at a markup.
Wrapped in that emotional narrative about a retiring local hero.
Yeah.
Yeah. It follows that very predictable, and unfortunately often successful, pattern for these kinds of retail scams.
It makes sense why consumer watchdogs warn about these.
Definitely. If you connect the dots, this whole model, create a site, invent an urgent emotional backstory, run aggressive discounts, collect the cash, and then potentially disappear. It's very efficient for scammers.
Quick in, quick out.
Exactly. And the sources pointed out one more almost funny detail, the website's SSL certificate.
The little padlock icon, security thing. Why is that important?
Because it's only valid until November 2025.
So just a few weeks after the domain was registered.
Pretty much. It screams short-term operation. Just long enough to run the sale, harvest the profits, and then, poof, the site might just vanish.
Which brings us back to that core question. Why does that sympathy angle work so well? Why do people overlook the inconsistencies, the lack of history, the weird prices?
It's powerful, isn't it? That emotional connection seems to bypass our critical thinking sometimes.
So wrapping this up, what's the key takeaway for you listening?
Well, I think the real power of this scam, and others like it, is how they weaponize emotion.
The retirement story, the family angle.
Right. It distracts you. It makes you less likely to do even basic checks, like looking up when the website was actually created.
Simple things that could expose the whole thing.
Exactly. So in this age of constant sales and information flying at you, maybe the most crucial step isn't just comparing the final price or gawking at the discount percentage.
What is it then?
It's taking a moment to confirm the seller's actual traceable history. Do they have a real footprint? Does their story match the verifiable data? Look for evidence of existence that goes back further than, say, the last couple of months before you hit that purchase button.